If I'm the captain, then what's your stand for?
The cheerleader.
There it is. So, can I see your pom-poms? What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Brittany, and we're the New Tribe, and we're bringing you the new real.
That's right, guys. We
That's
are
real.
back
That's raw.
with the man,
That's rugged.
the one, the only,
Ren.
Ren. Here, I'll do it.
His name fit right in there with our,
I know,
with our
kinda,
R,
you know, if that's all we did
anthem.
on this, that's all we did on this channel, that would kind of flow perfectly. We might do
Yes.
that every single time, guys. Okay, yes, I will address the elephant in the room, and that elephant is the fact that I'm wearing a matching shirt with my wife. No, she did not force me to do this. We were actually contacted by this awesome company, DIY OJ, and they wanted to send us some jerseys to support the channel.
They hooked us up.
Absolutely, they hooked us up. Guys, we'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind, and tell you a little bit about these. DIY OJ is your one-stop shop for all your jersey needs. Whether you're outfitting your team or just trying to rep your offspring by being that over-the-top parent in the bleachers, you can do it all with DIY OJ. As you can see, we are huge hockey fans, so we decided to rep our channel with these awesome jerseys.
And they were fully customizable, so we got to decide what went where.
You can choose any of their many styles, from hockey to basketball. They even have pants. Either way, they have what you're looking for.
So if baseball is your thing, you can search by their most popular or newest styles.
These jerseys are some of the highest quality jerseys we have ever seen, and the stitching is super solid.
The option to add our channel logo was probably my favorite feature.
So thanks again to DIY OJ, and please feel free to check them out by clicking the link in the description.
Thanks, guys. Now back to the video.
All right, guys, those links will be down below if you do choose to go and check them out, which we highly recommend. We will get a little bit of kickback for the channel if you click that link down there.
So and you choose to purchase one as well.
So we
yes.
would appreciate it. But
Yes.
All right, are you ready to do this, baby?
I am so ready.
Before we can do it, you guys know what's up. Let's toast those haters out there. What's up, guys?
Why?
Explain to these fine people why we do that.
Because they need love the most.
And
hurt people hurt people.
That's right.
It's a real thing, and it's an epidemic that we really need to
Yep.
take it down. Take
That's
it
right.
down a few notches.
You ready to do this?
I'm so ready.
Let's do it.
Woo!
All right, everybody, here we go. This is Ren's new song.
Yes, but we are going to refrain from actually saying the title so YouTube doesn't flag us.
Just in case,
Yes.
YouTube be hating sometimes.
We love you.
Right.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
Wow. Wow, this is different again.
Yeah.
One thing that I guess I want to say, I don't want to say look forward to, but one thing I have come to, I guess, appreciate over just the last few songs that we've heard. I mean, because this is, those of you that are just checking us out for the first time, we discovered Ren a long time ago with Sam Tompkins, who we just covered on this channel, will be coming up soon.
Yeah,
but
first feature.
absolutely. But we
discovered them in like 2018.
And then
Well, they did their
rediscovered.
collabs together.
Yes, rediscovered here recently through a request in one of our live streams, and he's able to just do so much different
Yes.
artistic. I mean, he's just like he's an artist.
Oh, yes.
Period.
Yes,
You know,
for
he's
sure.
a musician that is able to just reach through boundaries. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
But what's different about him, he's not just a creative artist that's got, talent in singing or, playing an instrument. He's also innovative.
Yeah.
He's different. I feel like he's really bringing like a little mixture of everything, like
Yeah.
all genres. Like it seems like he just he just loves music in general, I would say.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know a whole lot about him like that, but it just seems like that. And he's just kind of combined all of it and made it into his own sound.
Absolutely.
But
It's
his
Ren.
own new sound every time.
Absolutely. It's Ren. I mean, I love the part on here where he, miscount sheep.
Yes.
Can't sleep a wink.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
so
mean?
clever.
That it is. And the fact that it's almost relatable
Mm-hmm.
to a certain extent. Like back in my early time, I was very much like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was, it took me finding her to settle me down and kind of ground me
Mm-hmm. Ditto.
and whatnot. So can totally relate to that. Can
Oh
totally
yes,
relate to
I
that.
actually had issues with what's it called, insomnia.
Yeah.
I actually had insomnia really really bad just due to anxiety and just toxic situations,
Yeah.
toxic environments
Life,
that I was
man.
in. Yes, and now I sleep peacefully now that I feel safe.
right.
Even when the rain comes, I
I'm
can
not-
still sleep knowing that I can get through it.
I'm not going to say that I take credit for it, but you know the saying, so deep, put a rest to sleep.
Skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber bruises my sister. Skin pop the blister, dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
That's right.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Let's go.
Boy, bitten by a tech boy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak color.
Wow. I love the part
Wow.
where he was talking about it. He's basically saying, where he ended that at, gotta resist it.
Yes.
He's basically saying, don't succumb
Yes.
to the thoughts. Don't
Yes.
succumb to the, to
Yes.
I'm going to
That
just,
moment.
I'm going to classify
Yes.
it just for the sake of,
That dark moment.
of here, don't succumb to the darkness, don't succumb to the negativity.
Yes.
He's comparing, all these contrastic, positive and
Yes.
and negatives as darkness and light. You know what I mean? Of what he wants out of life but can't get because of.
Yes.
And it is a very important thing that we, I guess, sit down and talk about to our loved ones, especially anybody that you feel might be going through something or might be feeling some type of way, because it's like she said in one of the last videos that we did, that, well, tonight, you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's we don't talk about mental health enough, even especially in the mainstream.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about it at all in pop culture because it is
we
still
don't talk about the ugly side of it.
right. It is still taboo. There's something wrong with you. Yada yada. Let's face
There's
it.
movements happening, but they're not really moving anything.
Yes,
along.
Ren is the movement. Let's put
Yes.
it that way.
Yes.
I'm loving what he's doing, how vulnerable he
Yes.
gets. I guess that's the
Yes.
best word to describe it, is his
Vulnerability
vulnerability.
is freedom. It
Absolutely.
truly is.
It really is. And I think that's kind of where he kind of gets a lot of his strength from, is
Yes.
by, the therapy on the track.
Oh, for sure. That's what a lot of artists say. But I love to touch on what he was just saying. You got to resist it. I love how he came back in with this suicide. He might have to bleep that out, but he also went into, you know, saying that, and then said, you know, it never felt like the right time.
Yeah.
You know, as in like he was talking to it, about it, whatever.
Right.
And
It
just wasn't the right time for him
Yeah.
to do it.
It's always a
but
passing
it's been
thought.
there.
You know,
yes.
it's always a passing thought. It's always
Yeah.
something that comes up.
that
you
haunts
know.
him.
Absolutely.
Yes, but it was
That's
just
a good word,
never.
haunts. Yeah.
It was just never the right time to let it completely possess you.
Absolutely.
That's the goal. It's not to avoid the darkness, because that will actually cause more darkness in the future if you suppress your emotions.
Yeah.
It'll cause a lot more pain in the future. It's better to just feel them, you know, understand them, acknowledge them, and, you know, understand that it's fine to have all the emotions on the spectrum, because we're human.
Absolutely.
And when we do that, we can understand where they're coming from as well, and like the messages they're trying to send us, and that can guide us along in life and get us to more positive emotions in life as well.
Yes.
We'll be able to, you know, control them a little bit more ourselves and not let the darkness take over so much.
Yeah, that
if
is
that makes
definitely-
sense.
that's the goal.
I've been depressed
That's the
and
goal.
have been there, so I can speak from my experience.
Yeah.
And literally it was like me shoving positivity down my mind's throat, even when it didn't want it. Like I would save positive memes on my phone, and I'd get in a habit of looking at those every single morning. I would print them out and put them around my house, you know, just stuff like that. I started coloring in coloring books, because color is life. It's all around us. It's what we've been, you
Yeah,
know,
and-
blessed with from the universe.
And when you're in some, you know, a mind state like that, you know, even though it can be all around you, you know, that
It's hard-
person
you
might
can't
be
see it.
might be, you know, not able to see it, definitely not able to feel
yes.
it, which is
because like I said,
yeah, which is
it's
where somebody
haunts you.
like I come in, and you know, you have to, you know, the best thing you can do is support. You know, just be
Yes.
there, listen. You know, be there.
Don't try to fix,
Yep.
because a lot of times we don't have the education to fix, and we
Absolutely.
might have the best intentions, but that actually might make them, you know,
feel worse about themselves.
Yes, and a lot of times people will actually go all the way with it because they feel like they're a burden to their loved ones.
Absolutely.
So that's the last thing we want to, you know, put
Yep.
that, you know, on someone that's going through a hard time.
Absolutely. All right, let's take this back. Ready?
Cause my body purges. Useless, my mother. Can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale, cause my cheeks leak color. Truth is my father. You choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Wow.
Oh, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Yeah. I got to keep reminding myself that I'm not tripping on acid right now.
Yeah, this
With
video
with
is
this
crazy.
video, I mean, I'm looking over here at the other screen just to remind myself, because I promise you, I've seen regular videos do this.
I think he,
At one point in time.
because he's in Canada right now going through his treatments, and I think that he might have had somebody do this for him. Like it was a song that he might have already had, and had somebody do this for him in, like, you know,
Like the video, you
animation,
mean?
in animation. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like. We go in blind, guys. So
Yeah.
you know, if you know that story, let us know.
I think that's
we do
what I
no
seen
research.
him talking about on the community page, because he is so social and connecting with his people, and I'm pretty sure I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, so
Yeah.
correct me.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Oh shit.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility.
Wow, guys. Wow.
This is like
Once
a
again,
slam poem.
damn.
Like, oh my gosh, goosies on my soul.
Why do I
Like-
only get 2 goosebumps when I get a chills? And they're both right there. I'm not kidding. It's like, doing. Guys, this is groundbreaking. I
Yes.
guess that's the best way to say it. You know,
Powerful.
I love, first of all, the what's the word I'm looking for?
Contrast?
The contrast, absolutely. The contrast between what we were just listening to for the first 2 minutes and what
Yes.
he's doing right now. His lyrics are phenomenal on
Oh,
here.
yes.
What he's doing with his metaphors, how he's doing his comparatives
It's
on
a very
here.
slam poem-esque right now.
This part is, yes,
and
which
I
we're
love
super big fans
slam
of
poems.
that.
We write them together. I write them by
Absolutely.
myself. Like, they are so therapeutic. That was another thing that we started doing
Yeah.
while I was going through my time. I really started writing. And you hear it all the time, like therapists say to journal. It's
Mm-hmm.
true. It really does get everything off your chest and helps you kind of evaluate everything rather than drown in everything.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's just phenomenal how he wrote this part.
Yes, and how he packed up basically his youth and put it into a truck and
Yeah.
sent it over that same bridge that person jumped from. So obviously that's when his innocence was
Well,
gone.
absolutely. He's
and
had
his eyes were
traumas.
opened.
Yes.
Yes, but the way that he described,
Absolutely,
like he
that's-
was just talking about, like I didn't see him saying it in that way.
No.
Like it was.
He's saying that
It's,
I
you could
think-
tell it was very
Growing.
vulnerable,
Yeah.
and it was true. I just love how he can express himself with words and obviously through his music.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Crazy good.
In a world of possibility, only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie, and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jump, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Wow. Damn.
Wow.
Wow, man. It's deserves so many applause, but that's so hard to
Yeah.
clap to. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot to unpack there, man. That's
Speaking of his vulnerability.
yeah. I mean, guys, you know, without reaching too far and stretching, I mean, just what he was speaking on right there is, having someone close to you, gone, especially in that type of way,
Oh yeah.
isn't something that I personally have had to deal with, but I do know loss. I have had people close to me, die suddenly
We
as
actually
well.
had a close death in the family that was very sudden and
so-
unexpected,
which
and
is a big reason why the channel took a gap here recently.
Yes.
But
like I can relate to what he was saying about
with
the numbness, because like obviously I felt emotional while he was saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not a real emotional person. Like I'm emotional in the spectrum of things. I'm a water sign, of course I am. But I've never really been a crier, and it's got a lot to do with trauma, childhood stuff kind of thing. But I'm just not that much of a crier. I express myself, and if I am sad or something, through words more than tears. And there's nothing wrong with anybody that does it whatever way they want. But I can relate to that numbness that he was talking about to escape it, because I kind of feel like that's what I've been doing a little bit, just to get through the days, but then there's days where it hits you like a rock.
Yeah.
And it, you know, it's a reminder that, oh my gosh, this really did happen. This isn't just a bad dream. You know what I mean? And I can really relate to what he was just, you know, doing with himself there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, and what he was putting on himself with the, you know, be like he's almost feeling like, you know, he could have stopped it or was supposed to be there.
Yes.
And if he was, he could have stopped it, that sort of thing. And that's some eat at you
Yes.
guilt. That's some eat at you,
Yeah.
you know, that you're going to have to, you know, anybody, I don't know anybody that would be strong enough to just, you know, shrug that off. That's not something that you can shrug off,
No.
especially somebody that you care about. You know what I mean? Like I had an incident where, you know, a buddy from a very close group when we were 24 got in a motorcycle accident, and you know, he invited me to the bar that he was bouncing at, working the door that night, and I didn't go.
Yeah.
We decided we wanted to go do something else because, well, we, you know, just because of many reasons. But
And he's a true antisocial
he
too.
ended up leaving with a different group of people and going a different way than what he would have went. I feel like if I would have been there,
Yeah.
and wrecked his motorcycle and died, and you know, at a young age of 24. And that's traumatic because, you know, for a long time I felt like if I would have just went, you know, he would have probably left with us, and you know, he would still
that
be here.
things could have went differently.
But you just can't, you know, you can't look at stuff as coulda, shoulda, woulda, because the more you live in the past, the more you're going to miss the present, and the more you cannot create your future.
Yep.
And I know it's easier said than done. Please, I'm not trying to, you know, downgrade
And
anybody's
it's
trauma or
honestly
anything
part
like
of
that.
grief too.
It is. It's something that you got to work through. I
Yes.
mean, that was, you know, years ago, and it took me a long time to get to where, you know, I don't think about it, you know, on a daily basis.
Yeah,
So,
when we got together and he told me about this, that's how he expressed it to me while he was telling me about it.
Yeah.
So you could, like, it all came rushing right back in,
Yeah.
and those emotions were right there, like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah,
and I
very,
could tell that it was very raw still.
one of them,
It never leaves you, but it, you know, you do have to look for the silver lining in everything in
Yeah.
life, and you want to keep living for them. You know,
Absolutely.
you want
I mean,
to live the best life
you
for
can,
them.
absolutely. And it's one of those things where you can never replace that. That's always,
No.
if you lose somebody you care about in any way, you're not going to be able to repair that. That's always going to be a part that's missing. But like she said, you have to try to move on and go in dedication to them,
Yes.
because of them, for them.
Yes.
Because let's face it, you know, life is the greatest gift
Yes.
that we're given. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, we're here to experience, to live, to love, you know, and anything that keeps you from doing that, the ultimate would be, you know, death. But anything that keeps you from doing that, whether it's mental, you know, mental health, physical ailments, whatever, is going to take away from that experience. And it's our job to find, you know, a way to appreciate and to live in the circumstances. You know what I mean?
Yes, and it's not always about what happens to you. It's really about how you react to what's happening to you.
All right, guys. That was amazing.
Yes.
Just the talent it blows me away, guys. We could keep going on and
yes.
on because this is such an important subject.
Yes.
But let's move on into our next segment, guys. You guys are gonna love this, trust me. Right, guys, this is the part of the video that we like to call
Bar of the day.
Bar of the Day, or Lyric of the Day, however you want to put it. Guys, this is where my beautiful wife and I, we pick our favorite lyrics of this song. We let you know what they are and why. And then it is your turn. Y'all go down to the comment section, leave a hashtag BOTD. Let us know what your favorites were, and you leave the hashtag so we can kind of pick you out of the crowd. Guys, this is where we try to be more of a commentary channel anyway, because that's how we started. That's what we do on here. We like to break music down.
Yes.
We like to talk about the
The depth.
The depth. Yes, we like to talk about what, this artist just did, because
Yes.
just listening to it and appreciating it isn't enough for what somebody like this is doing. This is
And it can be overstimulating.
masterpiece.
It can be overstimulating too, and you might actually miss a lot of the stuff that they're saying. Like, you got
Yeah.
to read between the lines kind of thing.
so we like to get in there and break it down.
That's when you can really find the mind-blowing stuff.
That's right. And plus we get to interact with you guys. So
Yes.
let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go first and she'll go right after me, because we actually decide our bars kind of run together. So this way we will be able to kind of touch on them the way that it was meant to be.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go with the top of verse 2, where he says, I'm so fucking washed up and seasick, masochistic, kid with a split lip, 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous, won't stay down because my body purges.
Useless, my mother can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale because my cheeks leak color. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Karma, draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
That is, first of all, bravo with this
Yes.
whole song. Rin
Oh my gosh.
is a goddamn mastermind.
Yes.
And, it's...
Lyrical genius.
It is, absolutely. And regardless of somebody that has went through something like this, you know what I mean, to be able to put it into words
Yep.
like this is a true fucking talent, no matter which way you do it. So
Yes.
the part where he says, I'm so fucking washed up and seasick, I like it. Everything that he's done on here sticks to themes. In the first verse, he did the brother, sister,
Sister,
and
yeah.
then later on in the song, he does the mother, father.
Yep.
And on this one right here, where he talks about, I'm so fucking washed up and seasick, he's got the two descriptive words, talking about water, the
Yep.
washed up, seasick, masochistic kid with a split lip, 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous, won't stay down because my body, the 6 feet deep, I took it as could have been, 6 feet deep as in the
Drowning.
death, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is Ren 6 foot tall?
Right.
His whole body, 6 feet deep. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Because he is talking about his body.
absolutely. And so if he's talking about his body 6 feet
Yeah.
deep, he's doing the kind of the double on the metaphor here, where he can't keep anything down like
Yep.
it's throwing up because he's nervous.
Yes.
And then he can't keep his body down in the grave because it purges, like he just
Yes.
keeps coming out of the depth, keeps coming
Right.
out of the possible death, that sort of
Right.
thing.
Or it could mean that, he can't take the bullshit and
Yeah.
he just keeps purging it. And he could also mean that, the bullshit of life. Like
Yeah.
he can't keep it down because
Right.
he's nervous.
Absolutely.
And it's making his body physically sick.
Yeah, so and the way he's feeling,
Because
I mean,
anxiety does that.
obviously, that's what I was gonna say. Obviously, in this part right here, he's talking about his inner feelings, his self-doubt, his
Yes.
his traumas, that the way that he's looking at himself, and kind of the way it started in the first verse. It almost seems like this is reflected from outside, like a lot of people were looking at him in a certain way, like some people would say he's sadistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Misfit.
and in this one, keeping along in the theme,
Yeah.
he's going into the masochistic.
Yep.
So it's a clinic that he's put on in lyricism. It really
yes,
is.
and how society can affect how we see ourselves, and our self-esteem and how we view ourselves is what grounds us in life, which is what he could also mean is he can't stay down. He can't stay grounded in life. He can't keep his feet on the ground because of the bullshit.
Absolutely.
He can't stay, secure in
Yeah.
life. He has no security.
Yeah.
And because then he goes straight into the useless, my mother can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale because my cheeks leak color. Truth is
Still-
my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Still sticking with kind of the purge theme.
Yep.
He can't keep in his supper. Once
Yep.
again, that's a form of purging.
Yep.
You know what I mean? His skin leaking color, another form of purging.
Yes.
His skin purges that color. It's very, it's amazing.
Yes.
I'm in awe of the way that he's wrote this whole
Yes,
song.
it's a poetic version of what a metaphorical death feels like.
It's a metaphorical clinic is what he just put on.
And as humans, we go through many, many deaths in life, or we're meant to anyways. And that can be the darkness that we were talking about earlier that you don't allow yourself to drown in. You have to allow, you know, there has to be death before a rebirth can happen.
Absolutely.
Before a metamorphosis can happen.
Speaking of the death, how he ends this, you know, truth is, my father, you choose your karma, draw for the sword, then drive through the armor. He's talking about, you know, you have to get your sword, you have to get your weapon, you have to fight and kill that negativity, that armor of the washed up, the seasick, the masochistic, the nervous, the body purges, his useless mother can't keep all of that. You've got to
all the walls.
You've got to get through that
you've put up.
armor to pick what karma you want to choose out of life, because you can
to be able to live an honest life.
You can choose your own karma in this life. We strongly believe in that, not as just in a metaphorical, beautiful song, but as in you know, a way to live. I believe
as in
that,
the law of attraction.
Yes, I believe that what goes around comes around. You get what you sow. That's sort of all those sayings. It is one of those things that
everything is energy.
You what you put out, you get back. And why would you not want to get back positive? And sometimes it's harder than others because negativity is a strong energy.
Yes, but just giving, like truly giving and loving and caring, all those good things that we do with our heart, with our emotional energy body that's positive, you know, they will give you the energy right back by doing them.
Absolutely.
You will feel that love by giving love.
Let's check this out. We're going to let this play all the way through this time so you guys can get these lyrics and actually feel them the way Ren intended them.
Yes.
Stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak color.
All right guys, it's your turn.
Just
Go down to the comment section, leave your hashtag BOTD and let us know, guys. I know this is a serious topic and a lot of people don't, you know, might not want to share, and that's perfectly fine. You can keep it strictly artistic. You can tell us, you know, you liked it because the metaphors, whatever. But if you do want to reach out and open up, we are definitely here. We will definitely read all of them. If we don't respond right away, or if we don't respond, please don't respond. Don't take that personal. We do try our best to get to all of them.
Yes.
It's hard to do, especially when we get a lot of comments. So we will definitely check them out, though.
Yes, we absolutely love reading all the comments.
This is definitely one of our favorite parts, if you can't tell, because it's there's a lot of topics in life that need talked about, and having an artist like Ren be able to
open those discussions,
open those doors to those discussions, especially in such an amazing, you know, way like this, is just, it's kind of what this channel is all about, you know what I mean?
Yes, and that's why we're not just a reaction channel, we're also commentary.
That's right.
Because that's how we actually interact with you guys, is through our videos.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's all we've got for this video. Before we get out of here, this is especially important right now, guys. You are loved.
And you are important. Get out and do something that's all about you today, not about what society tells you to be. You get out and be you, because being you is beautiful.
That's right. And guys, if you are having those kind of thoughts, self-harm, anything like that, please reach out, get help. We will include a link below for resources like that. Guys, if you know somebody that's having those kind of thoughts, or you know, that might just be in need of help, reach out to them. Be a good friend, be a good relative, that sort of thing, because a lot of times all they need is that person to be there. They just need to vent, that sort of thing. They need to feel heard. So you know, let's reach out and let's support each other, guys. It's a serious subject. There's a lot of people out there hurting right now, and we could do some good. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Don't forget to go check out DIYOJ down below. Thank you so much for the jerseys. We appreciate it. Guys, we will see you in our next video. We might see you in the comment section. We'll definitely see you at one of our next lives. So if you haven't subscribed, you better do that. Either way, when we see you, her and I are going to be just as
Real. Peace, guys.
later.
Hey, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Yes, and if you want to get more involved with the videos or the channel, you guys can check the Patreon link in the description.
We appreciate your support so much. And remember to subscribe here, and you can find your favorite artists in the playlist right down here.
Later.
Peace, guys.